welcome back to another weekly update. This is for March 17th, 2021, and I want to focus in on tools and things that I use to help me stay on top of things and help me stay focused and motivated to charge on. The first big thing is scheduling, and this does take time. You do need to have, set time you need to schedule to be able to schedule. Yeah, but yeah, having time, and I like using Google Calendar. Super simple, straightforward, easy to use. And then you can also play around with what your days look like if you use an electronic calendar. Like paper calendar, I don't use, or like paper planners, I don't really use because then you're like, oh no, like I need to move this around, but now it's all messy and you can see the erase marks. So I use my electronic calendar with Google Calendar. Next is a to-do list. So when you have that schedule that you want to keep, you need to know what you're filling with in the blocks that you've scheduled. So with me, I use Todoist, and this is again an electronic app. It's an application on my in software on my different computers on my phone, and it just lets me go. Okay, I need to do this work on X day. Like I have every Wednesday, do motivational videos, do update videos. So that's helps you see. I also like reviewing them at the night before, the day before, and then jotting down notes on a piece of paper. So always having a notebook or a notepad handy is another tool I use. Like having notebooks and post-its and index cards are more low-tech things I definitely use. With So after the calendar, though, after the to-do list or to-do list. Anyways, after that, I love tracking my time. That way, I can see if I am being productive, if I am being on it, and also how much time does it actually take me to write a short story? How long does it actually take me to finish this art piece? So I know where my time is going. I know if I should be charging more for art pieces or more for different things I am doing. So with that, I use Toggle. It's a free app that again can go on my computer, my different computers, my phone, wherever I need it, I can have it, and I can just hit start and say what I'm doing. So those are the three main productivity tools that I used. Google Calendars, Todoist, and Toggle. And then low tech, like I said, is a notepad to write out my to-do list in a general broad main point, main focus for each section of time that I'm doing, so that I just reiterate it. Also taking notes on different things throughout the day, I'll use that. Post-its are really helpful for things you want to remind yourself about, and I use it as like little notes, like even less notes that I want to post somewhere because post-its can stick places. Or like reminders, Bible verses, I'll write a verse down and stick it different places. My whiteboard has been really helpful too, and that I break down different ways. I think I've mentioned doing self-limiting belief flips. I use my whiteboard to remind me of the flip. So each week I'll post a new flipped self-limiting belief up on the board so that I can be reminded of the positivity thing. I also have my focus word for the week and then for the year, and a Bible verse that I want to remember up on my whiteboard, and then like the main focus for the week. Like, okay, this week I need to get my my samples for my voice acting audition stuff recorded, or I need to make sure that I'm figuring out the gifts for my NFTs, like figure out that type of stuff. So a couple posts is really helpful, and then I use index cards for lists, like short lists that I want to be able to pull out, but they don't need to necessarily be posted anywhere. But I want to have like a quick who gets what with the different things. So I don't have. It's basically all that stuff, like the low text things, are so that it's out of my mind, so that I can have my mind power, my brain power, be focused on other things, and I don't have to remember who gets what when. I can just pull out an index card, or I don't have to, rely on my memory to remember the verse that I want to focus on this week. It's right visible. Yes, those are the main tools that I use for my productivity. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next week. Bye bye.